Good morning, everybody. Just give it a wee second for a few more to jump on and we'll start into our Wednesday workout. So for this session, you're going to need your mat, and you're also going to either need a kettlebell or dumbbells, whichever you choose to use. You can use a combination of both for the exercise as we go through. I'll explain them as we go. So we're going to do nice kind of 45-minute workout today. As always, if you are injured or if you're not in full health, please do not take part in these workouts, because obviously we can't see what you're doing at home and it's not safe if we can't supervise you. So only take part in this if you're in full health and are not injured. So we're going to start off with one set of exercises twice, and we're going to do 3 different sets to get us through to the end of the session. Grab a weight, grab a drink, make sure your windows are open because it's really, really warm today, and we're going to get started in about 30 seconds. So for the first round, you will need one dumbbell or one kettlebell for your single arm row. So when you're ready, we're going to bring it onto the toes and we'll warm up. If you have music playing at home, blast it up. Let's just put the mic in. Keep going, running on the toes. Keep it nice and light, soft knees. Alright. Bring that into jumping jacks. Again, nice and light on the feet, keeping the knees soft. Do not lock the knees. Forward and back into strides. Get the heart rate up and let the body know that it's about to train. Back to jacks. And jog out on the spot. Speed it up. And time. So hands forward now. Big circles. Deep breaths. Change direction. Stretch the arms out and back, forward and back. Keep the arms at shoulder height here and really stretch and open up that chest and shoulders. Go diagonal now, hands one side to the other. Nice deep breaths. For each side. Switch. Well done. Shoulder rolls, up and low. Let's do 4 of these. So we're going to work the arms quite a bit today. So feet apart, and you're going to rotate the hips. Try to keep the heels on the floor and loosen out that lower back. Change directions. Well done. Bring it down into a squat position. So when you're here, then you're going to push the bum up into the air and stretch out the backs of those legs. Bring it down again. See if you can go a little bit lower this time. And push it back up. So you'll feel that in the back of the hamstrings and the calves. Back down. And this time use the elbows to slightly rotate the knees. And bring it onto plank position. Carefully bring the hand and foot together. Don't know what kind of adventure's going on down there. And bring it back. Switch sides. Let's do 3 of these each side. So that's number 1, number 2. And allow that stretch right down into the hip and groin area. Last one. Keep the core nice and tight throughout this. And back. Bring it down onto your side. Top leg is out. Hands are in front, and you're going to rotate back to the other side. Again, stretching out those shoulders and getting that core engaged and fired up. Chest to the ceiling. Try and keep the knee on the floor if you can, or just lift it slightly. 6 each side. When you've done 6, switch it around. Take your time. Nice big stretch of the shoulders. Onto your back then, and you're either going to do 12 glute bridges up and down here, or you're going to do 6 each side with your foot on your knee. So push the pelvis towards the ceiling, not the tummy, the pelvis, up and down. Squeeze the glutes at the top and count 6 each side. Carefully switching over sides. Again, get that knee loose and push up through the other side. Squeeze the bum at the top. Take your time. And when you're done, carefully bring it back to the floor. And we'll get started. Ignore me a second. So grab a drink. Get your mat out. I'm just going to do this so I can get more jumping in. And grab your weight. So each round is going to consist of 5 exercises today. And we're going to go through. So the first round, I will demonstrate as much as possible. Second round, we'll go a wee bit faster. But if you know yourself which version of the exercise you're doing, go at it and don't wait for me to tell you to start. Okay, so when we start, ignore that I'm changing what I'm doing because I'm trying to demonstrate. Go for it. So we're going to start off this round with a squat. You can use a weight if you wish, or you can do it with your body weight. We're going to go onto the mat for a push-up. We're going to come back up onto the floor for a single arm row, which is going to be this one. I'll explain it when we go to it. There. Going onto the mat again for plank, and then we're going to finish it off with a lovely inchworm, which is a lovely move, great strength builder, and a real good sweat buster to move. So we're starting off with our squats. If you're using your weight, again, you're keeping your chest always tall. So your feet and legs are apart. Pelvis is nice and squared. You're sitting back, down, keeping the chest tall, and you push up through. So you can do it with or without body weight. Grab your weight if you're using one. Get yourself in position. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So without the weight, you're pushing the hands towards the ceiling. Let's go. And you're keeping that chest tall. Again, as I said the last day, make sure that you imagine that you got a camera on your chest, and as you're going up and down, you're trying to record the person or the wall in front of you. So as you sit down into the squat, your chest stays tall. You push up through, down, and up through. If you're using the weight and it's topping you over, drop the weight and use the hands instead. Shoulders are back, push the hands up towards the ceiling. Do whichever one you can do that suits you, and that gets you the best depth in the squat. 3, 2, 10. Bring it down onto the floor, onto your front, and we're going to do push-ups. So, if you can do them from your feet, you make sure your toes are on the floor, nice and secure, hands are below the shoulders, you're going down and up, okay? If you're getting off the knees, you're going to go the whole way as far as you can, and push it up through as well. So the elbows go back, and then you push up through the palm of your hands. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Before you start, make sure your bum is not here. You see people doing this, that's not a push-up. You're forward, hands are below the shoulders, elbows go back, body hovers over the floor, doesn't quite touch it, and then all comes up in one go. If you're a beginner and you want to strengthen up here, go to the floor, lift the hands slightly, and then push through. And that will help you find the technique. Once you've got that technique, you can go to the floor and up without having to stop and start. But make sure you keep a straight line from the floor to your shoulders. 3, 2, time. Stretch it back, bring it up. Well done. Grabbing your weight, you're going to set it down on the floor, carefully. Put your left foot beside it, step back with the right foot, left elbow on your left knee. Again, look at the straight line now, from my shoulders to the floor. Bum is not in the air, it is here. Holding the weight, back to my pocket, down to my foot. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, 1, 2, 3, and then we go. 1, 2. So the key to this is that you're bringing the weight from your foot to your pocket. You're not coming up and down, you're going back, the elbow goes back towards the wall behind you, and you try to put the weight into your pocket. Same speed up and down. Control down. It does not go to the floor each time, it goes to where your arm stops. Keep the back straight. Keep the core really, really tight here. Breathe. You're nearly there. 3, 2, last one, and carefully set that weight down. Well done. Bringing it back onto the mat now, and we're going to plank. So, those of you who find press-ups very, very difficult for whatever reason, maybe it's just that your strength is not as good as you want it to be yet, or maybe you've got wrist issues or whatever. The exercise you're about to do now, you can substitute any of these exercises for a plank, and it's a great strength builder. So we're going to start, we'll go on to our forearms, and we'll try it from our toes. So here we are in a plank. Bum is nice and low, pelvis is tucked, core is engaged. There's none of this, we're here. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So this is your basic plank. Now, if that's difficult, go from the knees. But just again, make sure that the pelvis is tucked under and that your bum is not in the air. If you're doing this, that's not a plank, that's just leaning on your elbows. This is a plank. If your core fires up now and you realise, oh, that's shaking and burning, that's how you know you're doing the plank correctly. So here, if you're holding this so far, you should be shaking by now. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Keep the core tight. Check that pelvis, where is it? Keep it tucked towards your chin. Squeeze the core. Hold everything nice and strong. 3, 2, 10, and bring it back down. Bring it back up now. We're going to finish off this round with inchworms. So, the inchworm, for anyone who hasn't done it before, you're going to love this. You're starting off here. There's a few ways to do this, but the basic is you start here, you're going down onto the floor to walk out with your hands in a plank. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it here nice and strong, and then walk back to here, okay? If you're more flexible and more advanced, you can do it from this position instead. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, and. Now you want to challenge yourself, go to standing each time. So whichever one you can do, your hips will determine which one you can do. 3, 2, 1, let's inch. So we're going out, and here, and then we're going to bring it back to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the plank nice and steady. Back, 2, 3, use the knees, and up. So from the front, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stand if you can, okay? Whichever way you can do it. Real good core strength builder. Go to here if you can. Be careful not to put the hands too far out in front. So when you get to the end of your plank, your hands should be below your shoulders. See here? And core is tight. We're nearly there. 2 minutes or 2 seconds. And finish this one out. Well done. Grab a drink. We're going to do that again. I'm okay. How are you this morning? Hope you're all okay. It's sweaty already. Already soaking here. And we're going to do that again now. So just finish grabbing your drink. Get yourself set up again now with your weight. If you're going to use it for your squat or if you're going body weight, that's fine. We're going to get ready to go again. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's squat. So again, soft knees. Sitting back and down, pushing the chest up, keeping everything controlled. If you find it difficult, if you're new to this, use a chair. You can't really see here, but you're going to sit back as if you're sitting down. Once your bum touches the seat, stand up and squeeze the front again. 1, 2. So you're doing it here, you're still getting the squat. And eventually, you'll get to the point where you're quite confident going back and down without a chair behind you. It's about building up your own resistance and your own ability. 3, 2, let's get one more, and time. Let's go to the ground for our push-up. Again, as I said already, if you have difficulty with the push-up, just do the plank that I showed you a few minutes ago. Plank is a real good strengthener for the shoulders and for the core. So we're going to do our push-up, hands below the shoulders, from the knees, straight line. Shake your bum, where is it? If you can do that, it's wrong. Come to here, tuck the pelvis, check the core, and let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're pushing everything down towards the mat, nose towards the mat, hold it here, elbows are tight, push up through the hands. Elbows go towards your side and back. Push up through the palm of the hands. Really allow the muscles in the arms to do the work here, not the back. Your core is tight and your arms are burning. Back and out. Push it through. Breathe. So breathe out as you push up. So you're almost blowing yourself up off the mat. 3, 2, stretch it back and carefully stand up out of that. Bringing it back up onto the floor. We're going to go into our single arm row with the other side. So this time you're going to have your weight on the ground and you're going to put your right foot beside the weight and your left foot is going back, okay? So make sure you're working the other arm from earlier on. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1. Foot beside, step back, lean forward, reach, let's go. 1, to the pocket, to the shoe, to the shoe, to the pocket, to the shoe. Keep that elbow coming back the way. So you should really feel a nice squeeze at the top of your shoulder blades here. Sometimes you see people doing up and down like this. No, that's not what we're doing here. We're rowing back. It's a row motion. Work on your balance. Keep the core really nice and tight. Breathe. 5 seconds, guys. You've got this. Come on. 3. Let's do one more. And 10. Careful stepping up. And careful lifting that weight out of your way. Let's go down onto the floor again. Now for our plank. And if you've already done a plank instead of the push-up, it's okay. You can never do too many planks. 3, 2, 1. Forearms, feet, pelvis tuck, hold. Hold it tight. Keep the chest nice and strong. Keep the core really, really engaged. Imagine someone's going to poke you in the tummy. You have to stay up. You're halfway already. If you're shaking, that's fine. If it becomes too much, dip one knee for a second and dip the other knee for a second and just transfer the weight for a split second to give your shoulders the rest, but it doesn't take you out of the position. 3, 2, time. Well done. Bring it up onto the feet. Let's inchworm. So think about what you're going to do. We're going to the floor, hand walk out and back. Now there is another version where you can bring your feet in behind, but we're not going there just today. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, back, 2, 3, 4, 5, and. So find your rhythm. If you have music playing, use the music. it's really difficult to get that plank safe and held here. Last one. Let's do one more. Come on. And time. Well done. Grab a drink. We're going to change it up. Hello, doggy. What's happening? This is some way to wake up in the morning. So we're going to go now to our second round. So again, we're going to start off with lunge if you want to progress this, and if you're confident enough doing it, use the weight if you wish, but body weight is fine. We're going onto the floor, then onto our tummy for a Superman. We're going to lift the weight then, and we're going to do a shoulder press up above our heads, back onto the floor for a good old-fashioned crunch. Love some crunches. And then we're going to finish off this set with a sprint. So as you can see, we're kind of working from cardio through core with a bit of weight in the middle and finishing off again with cardio. So if your heart rate's still thumping here, it's okay, so is mine. That's the way it's set up. This workout's supposed to be a nice combination of all of them. So when you're ready, we're going to start round 2 with a lunge. You can do a forward lunge or a rear lunge. So for me, I like to go forward, down, and bring it back up. So I'm pushing through the leg. You can also go back where you go down and up. So be careful not to take too big a step in the lunges. If you do too big a step, it turns into a stretch and you can tear muscles really easily. So down into your lunge. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going down and up. I'm only stepping an normal step forward. I'm not taking a huge step. I'm careful not to whack my knee off the floor. My quads here are doing most of the work. My core is tight. My back is straight. My chest is tall. You're already halfway. Keep going. If you're going in a backward lunge, again, small step down. It's almost like you're curtsying, but the leg stays on train tracks. Down and up. Small step. Down and up. Keep the feet in train tracks on the lunge. If you cross them over each other, you topple over. So you're going forward or back on train tracks. Last 3 seconds. 2 and time. Well done. Down onto the floor. We're going to do Superman. The Superman. Again, I'm going to show you a few different variations here. So choose the one that suits you. For beginners, please do the beginners one, and then you can progress from there. So we're on our front. Our hands are out in front of us, or you can have them here to start with. And the Superman, you're going to lift one arm and one leg at the same time, lifting them up and down, up and down. So you can then extend the hands out in front and do it like this. So look at how it's a really small movement. Ready to go? 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you're a real beginner and you're not sure, do the legs to start. So you're lifting the left leg up slightly. Right leg squeezing it from the glutes, hinging from the hips. So push the pelvis down into the floor. When you've got the hang of that, then you bring in the other arm, opposite side. So you're squeezing. Everything is safe. Your lower back has to stay protected here. So there's no jerky movements. You see people sometimes doing like a hood. No, nice and controlled. Nice and controlled. Controlled is safe and control is key. You're nearly there. 3, 2, last one, time. And carefully bring yourself back up. And we're going up on to the floor again. Grab your weight or weights. You can use a dumbbell or you can use a kettlebell. I'm going to use a kettlebell today. So I'm here. I've got my, bye. No, do not come in. Kettlebell's here. Oh guys, you're going to see this now. Elbows are by your side, knees are soft, pelvis is tucked forward, and you're pushing the arms up to here and back down. If you're using 2 dumbbells, you're starting with the hands with the shoulders here, and you're pushing up and through. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Starting safely, holding the weights, Check from the floor. Feet. Knees are soft. Pelvis is tucked forward. Core is tight. Arms now come up towards the ceiling. Arms should touch your ears here. And slow and controlled, up and down. Well done. Keep the knees soft. Do not lock your knees. Breathe out. Breathe out as you push up. Keep that core really engaged, guys. 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more. And carefully setting that down. Always be careful. Setting the weights back down. Going back down onto the floor, and we're going to do a good old-fashioned crunch. One of my favorite exercises. Can be modified in so many ways, but it's so effective, even in the basic version. So, you're going to have your back flat on the floor. Oopsie. You're starting off head and shoulders here. So I'm going from this, and I'm going to here. So, this is my start point, and this is my end point. I go up and down from that position. I don't go back to the floor. 3, 2, 1. So beginners, hands are on your thighs. Shoulders are up. Tip towards the knee and down. So you keep everything completely stationary except your core. Your core now moves. The rest of you doesn't. So your arms aren't going up and down. None of this crack. Your hands are here. And your hands move because you contract your tummy. Squeeze the core and that will push the hands up. If this is easy and you'd rather advance it a little bit, go here and bring it up and down tight. If you want to really go to it, hands and legs up. And further on, up and down. Keep the shoulders and the head up. Make sure you have 3, 2, 10. Be sure that you keep like a golf ball distance between your head or between your chin and your neck. And you should never, ever, ever pull your head throughout your crunches. Last exercise here, we're going to sprint on the spot. Don't need to get ready for that. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same as the warm-up, nice and light on the feet. Work everything out. And we're going to build it up as we go. We're going to bring those knees a little bit higher. Find your rhythm. Keep the arms in tight. Forward and back, forward and back. Keep going. We're going to speed it up now for the last 10 seconds. In 3, 2, let's go. And time. Grab a drink. We're going to do that again. So again, starting off with our lunge, think about which one you're going to do. Before you start, are you going forward? Are you going back? Are your steps too long? Do you need to bring them in a little bit? Have your knees been hitting the floor? If so, you need to control going down a little bit more. Think about what you've been doing and correct yourself as you go. Going from the lunge down to the floor for our Superman, back up for our shoulder press, back down for our crunch, and finishing off with the sprint again. When you're ready, we're going to get into our position for our lunge, and we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, I'm lunging forward and back. I'm lunging down. I'm keeping my chest tall. I'm keeping my core tight. I'm keeping my back straight. I'm not letting my knee hit the floor, it's just above it. Well done, keep going. You're nearly there, guys, keep going. 3, don't stop. 2, and time. Don't stop when you hear me say 3, that is me counting you down, not telling you to stop. Go onto the floor for your Superman. And now you're wondering, how did she know? How did she know I was stopping on 3? Now, I know everything. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and again, position. Pelvis towards the floor. Back is safe. Leg goes up slightly, hand follows. So your opposite hand and foot are lifting. You're not is a lever movement. You're working your shoulders, and you're working your core, and you're working your hips. And you're nearly there already. 3, 2, 10. Carefully, hands under your shoulders, push yourself up and back. Bring it back onto the floor, take your weight, and we're going to do our shoulder press again. When you're ready, grab the weight. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Start lifting it carefully. Knees, push through. Don't lock those knees. Check your positioning. Now, as you do this move, if you find that your lower back begins to arch, or that you end up like this, step back instead and push up through here. Let the arms touch the side of the ears. Control it all down. 3. Oh, sorry, not 3. Sorry. I'm taking a hand now. Arms down. 1, 2. Now we can say 3, 2, 10. Well done. Bring it down onto your back. We're going to crunch. Again, think about where you're starting. Think about which one you're going to do. And do only that one. Don't move in and out of different versions of this. Are your hands on your thighs? Are your hands by your temples? Where are you going with this? Keep the back flat. Keep the head, shoulders up. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Join in. So I'm squeezing up. I'm keeping my head and shoulders up. They never go back to here. They stay here. They start from here. They come back to here. And once you start to do this properly, you'll feel it really, really quickly in the core. And you'll realise that you were doing it wrong. When people go back to here, each time, they're actually hurting their neck. You're going to hurt your neck doing that. You control and support your head and shoulders. And the only part of your body that is technically moving here is your core. 5 seconds, guys. Stay up. 3, 2, 10. Bring it up. Always careful getting up off the mat. And let's finish off with some sprints. Ready to go? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So you're sprinting on the spot. If you have a nice big space, run around. Don't care what way you do it. Just make sure you're moving. Get back up again. So you're halfway. So I want you to lift the knees a little bit higher now. Get the arms moving a little bit more. Last 10 seconds. Come with me now. Let's go. Speed it up. 3, 2, and time. Grab a drink. Well done. Okay, so the last round, now you can catch your breath. 4 exercises this time. We're going to do a hop to squat to start. So center, hop, we squat in the same movement, and we hop it back up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if that's difficult, do center step squat, center step squat. Whichever one you can do. I'll show both of those again as we go through. We're going to go onto the floor, and we're going to do hollow hold. Love hollow hold. You're lying flat on your back, arms and legs are raised slightly, and we're going to hold everything tight. We're going to then use our dumbbell or our kettlebell, and we're going to do a one-arm push like this with the bell, and we're going to finish up with the burpee. Love our burpees. Okay, and that'll be you done 2 rounds of this, short and snappy. Starting off with our hop to squat. When you are ready, stand, soft knees, feet together, and think about what you're going to do. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3. In, 2, 3. So hop to squat. 1, 2, 3. Find your rhythm. You can go slower than this if you need to, that's fine. If that's difficult, center, step, squat, center. Step, squat, center. So you're doing alternate sides each time. You have 10 seconds left. 1, 2, 3, whichever you can do. Not a competition. And time. Well done. Bring it down onto the floor. We're going to hollow body hold. So the trick to this is that your legs control where you stop. So if you started off here, hands are by your side, legs are here, and you're going to lower them until you feel your back beginning to arch. That's where you stop, before the back arches. Keep the back flat and hold. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're here, hands are by my side, legs are going low. I'm going to stop here, okay? Because I feel my back beginning to arch. Once it begins to arch, I stop. If it is arched, I bring my legs back up. If you can go low, like this, and you're looking through your legs and your shoelaces, go for it, okay? Now, I'm going to go from here today, because my body is tired. And I keep my head up, I look through my legs. I can lower them a little bit, and keep it everything strong. 5 seconds. 3, 2, knees in, roll up. Well done. Up onto the floor, grab your weights. We're going to do our single arm push. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1. I've got my kettlebell here. Knees are soft, back is straight, pelvis is tucked. I'm pushing it up and I'm bringing it down slowly. Back so you can see. 1, up high and down. Try not to move any other part of your body except your arm here. So your elbow is coming up through and down low. Use your hands for balance here. Some people like to do it here. Again, if you find that it's hard to balance, split your stance. Keep it all nice and strong. 3, 2, and time. Carefully set that down. And we're going into our burpee. So, for our beginners who are not sure maybe what a burpee is, or you know that you're just not able to do it yet, total body extension instead. You start with your hands here, you lean back, and you jump, okay? Or, I'll show a few variations of this as we go. Basic burpee, hands down onto the floor squat, out into plank, back up. Watch me for demonstration. So a basic burpee, you're going down, you're going out, you're coming up, and you're jumping, okay? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. If that's difficult, keep going, don't stop. If that's difficult, come to here, step 1, 2, hold them together, and stand. So again, you're doing the burpee, but you're bringing yourself gradually into it. Then eventually, it will do this. 1, 2, nearly there. 1 more. And 10. Grab a drink. We are nearly there. Good. Oh, no water left. So we're going to do that once more before cool down. Ready to go again? We're nearly there. We're nearly there. So, starting with our hop to squat, going down into our hollow body hold, back into the other arm now with the push and press, and then finishing off with our burpee. Let's do this together. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, hop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember I said also center, step, squat. Center switch, step, squat. Whichever one you can do. 1, 2, 3. You're nearly there, guys. Come on. Keep the chest tall. Last 5. Breathe. 3, 2, time. Well done. Onto the floor. Hollow body hold. that's your hollow body hold. Still engaged here, nice and controlled. Last 10. You should be shaking. It's okay if you are. 3, 2, and release. Knees in towards your chest and roll up. And bring it up onto the floor. The other arm now for your single arm twist. Get yourself in position. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, everything is solid. Push the arm up through. Try and keep everything tight. Allow your core to engage. And that makes sure that you're controlling everything, that your back is not doing any work here. Your core and your arms and your shoulders are what is working here. Breathe out. Breathe in. Again, if you need to, split the stance. Up and down. Control. Let's go again. One more. And last one. Carefully set that weight down. And we're going straight in to finish off today's workout with our burpees. 3, 2, 1. Again. 1, 2, 3, jump. Don't have to do the jump if you don't want to. Again, I keep going if you're a beginner and this is too much. Do it from here. So you jump in and out and in and up. You can do loads of wee variations like that. Do it off a lower sofa. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will get you that your body is starting to create the muscle memory required for doing these exercises. So you're down, out, up, and the jump if you can. 5 seconds next, come on. Let's do one more. Yahoo! Well done. Grab a drink, we'll walk it out, and we'll cool down. Well done. And stop here. So, that's us. You can walk around your kitchen or your living room or your landing or whatever part of the house you're in. Walk around, get the heart rate lowered, and get ready for cool down. Huge welcome to the new members in the group. I'll put a post up later on where you can introduce yourself and say hi. And a hello and good morning to all the regulars. Okay, so your heart rate now should be coming down a little bit. We're in active recovery here. We never just stop suddenly. We always bring our body back down. So once you've got your heart rate down a little bit, you're going to roll the arms forward. There's a cow about 7 foot away from me here. He's looking at me, so she is as if I'm mad. Arms are going back. Oh, nice big movements after all those push-ups and plank moves. Push the arms out in front. Feel that in the shoulders. Your arms should feel heavy. Bring the arms to the side. Bring the arms across, one across, keep it high at shoulder height, and hold it in, stretch the shoulders. Switch it back. And the other side. Going to bring it down onto your mat. Lie on your back. Stretch everything out. And allow the body a few seconds here just to relax into the floor. Bring the 2 feet and knees together, knees into the chest, hold them here, and then roll side to side quite slightly, just very slightly. And again, you're using the floor here to roll out your lower back. Hold on to the left knee, extend the right leg along the floor. Squeeze the glutes, hold the core tight. And once again, if you find that your back arches here, switch sides, if your back is arching, keep the legs high. Feet and knees together, back to the floor. Put the left ankle onto the right knee, reach through and pull that leg back. So you should find that here. If you want a deeper stretch, slight push, heel towards the ceiling. heel. That's tight. Bring it back down. Bring it onto your side or onto your front if you can. I'll do the side just for demonstration here. Hold the knee, put the knees back together, heel towards the bum, push the pelvis forward, stretch the quad. Carefully roll over and switch sides, or you can do it on your front if you can. Push your tummy into the floor or your pelvis into the floor here. Hands below the shoulders, and I want you to very carefully push yourself up and stretch that tummy. Look towards the ceiling. Nice and careful. Mind the lower back here. Up onto your knees, bum back towards the heels, and allow those to stretch your whole back. Put your toes onto the floor now, hands below the shoulders, toes onto the floor, and I want you to push the bum up and the heels back. And from there, use your hands now to walk back up to stand. You're going to take a step back. You're going to low down, tilt the pelvis, and hold the stretch. Step it up. Other side. Back, lunge, tilt, hold. Bring it up. Step back now, sit back onto that leg, and then bring the toes up towards you to stretch the calves. Switch sides, back, bum back, heel up. Your toes up. Center it back again, push the arms forward. Push the arms up. And then with the shoulder roll, you're going to bring the arms down and back and out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I do hope you enjoyed our Wednesday workout, and I will see you all again soon. Pop questions in the